What's happening, people? Hope you're all well. Welcome back. I don't know where this video is going to end up because, quite frankly, I don't know anything about this band. They're a band called Chamber who have released a new album on the 27th of March. So the Friday just gone. And the album is called This Is Goodbye. They are a metalcore band, I believe, from the States. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think they're from the States and they're metalcore from what I'm seeing online. They have released a new album that is 29 minutes long, 12 songs. So that's a lot of ass beaters. If we base ass beaters purely on the fact that they're like less than 3 minutes, then we have essentially an entire album of ass beaters. Now, the reason I'm checking this band out, a couple of reasons. I think JTKV posted this on his Instagram story, one of the songs. And I'd never heard of these guys before. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. Never heard of these guys. Must be a band that people know of, but I just don't. Whatever. Moved on. Then I seen a comment on the Metal Roundup's latest episode. And he basically said, you should check this out. So I was like, okay, that's twice now I've randomly seen this band. And the third reason is kind of separate to that particular reason. Is that I haven't really, don't get me wrong. 2026 so far has been incredible. February was probably one of the best months ever, I want to say. Probably like the best month and the hardest month to pick my favorite songs in a couple of years. Like, it was an incredibly good month. And then last month was all right. There was some great songs, but like I was even just picking my top 5 of the month and I was just like, eh. So I've been kind of in this weird spot where I haven't been uploading much because there's not been many things that are really inspiring me to get on and like talk about it. You know, now there's a new Periphery song that's dropping today. There's new Callistale Boys, and these are like bands that I've got experience with and I'm looking forward to kind of delving in. But a lot of it has been like new bands that I'm not really familiar with that are kind of popular because everyone's checking them out and people have loved them for years, but they're not like metal, so to speak. And there's like reasons why people are checking it out, because it has like, you know, there's the Don Brocco album that had the Sam Carter feature, and I'm kind of like, am I just checking this out because that's what people are doing, or do I actually want to check it out? And the answer is I don't really want to check it out. I don't really care for it. I might just out of curiosity because people say it's a good album, and that's just one example, but there's been a lot of releases like that recently where it's like the scene is getting hyped about certain releases, but it's like, am I excited about this, or is it just because the scene is excited about this that I feel like I should be checking them out? So that's kind of like that middle ground where I'm at the moment. Now, something like this is a little bit more exciting because it's like the opposite side of the spectrum to that, where I actually have no idea about this band. So there's an element of unknown. Could this be my new favorite band? Could this be just another metalcore album? We're going to find out. Maybe you guys haven't heard of this either, and maybe it's going to be your first time listening with you guys. I believe it's very heavy, which I'm kind of excited about, because I've been on a bit of a boundaries kick since they released that new song, and then obviously Periphery are going to be dropping today as well, assuming that's going to be quite heavy because it's less than 3 minutes as well. So maybe today is the day of songs that are less than 3 minutes. Let's see. This is Chamber. This is Goodbye. Let me see like what album they have. I've liked 12. Oh, sorry. That's because I've added I was like, what the fuck? Have I liked 12 songs? I added the album to my liked songs just so I remember to do it. I haven't liked every single song so far. Does that mean I have to go through it all and unlike them? I don't know. But this is their 4th album. Okay. Right. I've never seen any of these artworks before, so they've never made it to my radar. So I'm kind of interested. This is an interesting one. We'll see how this goes, folks. Lock in. Arms of Eternity is the first song. My nose is a bit runny.
Forever is too much for a soul to endure.
Okay. Oh my god. Jeez, it's okay.
Every single second.
My shit is peaking heavily right now. Let me lower this down. I brought it down 3 decibels for everyone's sanity. So this is like some pure metalcore. Kind of mathy as well in moments. Dillinger Escape Plan vibes. Jesus. Oh, hello, Kublai Khan. That snare bomb is so like Kublai Khan. That is how you intro an album. Okay, right. Very sporadic, very all over the place, very chaotic. Metalcore at its base, I reckon. It's got like mathy elements to it, a little bit like the Dillinger Escape Plan. From the little I've heard from the Dillinger Escape Plan, but I know that's their vibe with all the crazy like panic chords just in the rhythm somehow. But it was groovy in moments. Playlists? Maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll come back to it. It's like a little bit distorted. I'm just removing this from my library for now just because I'll like it as we go. Oh, give me more of that, please. I'd like that riff in a groove, if that's okay. Jesus. What species are they communicating with here? It's like Primal, but all the panic chords. Oh my god, these boys are cooking, man. It's just disgusting. So primal, but futuristic as well. Oh my god, what is happening? I give up. I'm not even going to try and attempt air guitaring it. These boys. Wow, man, this is a lot. This is a lot. Goodness me. Okay, can we just take a moment? Yeah, it's reminding me of Periphery in moments. It's like Dillinger Escape Plan. It's got some Gojira moments in there. It's got some Kublai Khan moments in there. It's got some like general metalcore vibes to it, but it has a lot of mathy elements in it. It's almost feeling proggy in moments, the way the songs are developing. But mother of God, it's got that like distorted quality to it that they've like kind of mastered it in a way. It's like the Varials mix that I've heard. I've heard very little of Varials, but like from what I have heard, it's that style of mix that is in your face, levels of distorted, but they kind of just pull it back at the very end so that it isn't like unlistenable. A little bit like the Diamond Construct mixes that I've heard over the years, where it's like intentionally distorted as like a way of adding character, but it feels like a modernized version of something. Because it almost feels like these days everything's so pristine that this sound is coming back a little bit, where everything's like really, really abrasive and hyper crusty is probably the best way I can describe it. I mean, distorted is the word, but crusty just sounds better. Like hyper distorted, but it has a futuristic feel to it as well, because it's like a digital distortion, if that makes sense. Like it's recorded so well and everything is so, the clarity is insane. So it feels like it's intentionally distorted because of how perfect everything else sounds within the mix. Like everything's slotting into its particular place very well. So it feels like a very intentional thing, as opposed to, oh, this is just a pretty shit mix where they've just distorted the fuck out of it. It's very intentional, which kind of like counteracts the authenticity of it being distorted, but I really like the sound of it, if that makes sense. That's just how it sounds to my ears. It's like really, really pristine, but it's pristinely made distorted. You following? I don't even know if I'm following myself right now. I'm just yapping. I needed just a moment to just unwind after that. I was expecting heavy from the few like little things I'd seen here and there, but this is definitely abrasive to say the least. There was some fun grooves in there. It's very trippy. There's like darko moments in there. I love all the alien sounds. Sounds like they're fucking communicating with a source from another planet. My voice. Sorry. Let's go. Violence. Sure there'll be violence in this.
So what?
Palestine boys as well. We'll have a Matthewness. Wow. Goodness. It's very the Calistell boys. Just some of their transitions and the mattiness of it. Whoa. Whoa! I can't. Knock loose. Man. The tempo switches continuously is throwing me off. Ah yes. The violins were beautiful in that song. Oh. I guess I'll add that song to my playlist, gym playlist, I guess. This is gonna be like I Don't Want to See You in Heaven by Calistell Boys for me. It's abrasive at first. I don't know what to do with my body. Oh my god, how did we arrive here? The sleeves are being rolled up for this one. I'm not gonna get a minute here. We're just gonna let it play, I guess. This fucking riff. Run away. But this is the end of the song. Oh, run away. Run away now. What is that noise? I haven't brought the fucking caveman out in a while. He's ready. Just send them away, boys. With a parting gift. Oh, it's perfect. What is that? I just spat on myself. I can't be arsed. What is happening? They just threw the song into a blender. Just let me go! Oh my fucking god! Release me, please. I don't know what he's doing with the drums, but I'm just gonna pretend I know. What am I listening to? The Kublai Khan snare as well. Oh, they didn't do it. Sweet. Holy fuck, these boys have just arrived on my radar with this song. Oh Oh my god. Is this a single? That had to have been a single with this album. Hold on a freaking minute, dudes. Jesus Christ. How is this song not being recommended to me? Chamber. Oh my god, quick. Search it in. This sounds like fucking Mirror. It only came out 6 days ago. Okay. Oh! We're just back to it. The drummer is a freak. They're having a mirror moment. I hear you. This is so abrasive, but I love it. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh my god, that transition! Jesus Christ! What are my ears witnessing right now? It's like the most technical caveman shit I've ever heard. Oh, fuck you. What am I actually absorbing into my fucking ears right now?
We can't help but ask why. Why couldn't God have done something about this?
Jesus, man. I have nothing to say right now. I just have to let it play through. This is like the most abrasive fucking thing I've heard all year, but also has such moments of very coherent caveman shit. And it's the ebb and flow between those two which is fucking my head up right now. This is some gnarly shit, man. These boys are cooking so hard. To a point that I don't actually even fully understand what's being cooked right now, but there's something inside me that's saying this is fucking hard. There's a primal part within me that likes this. This is an absolute onslaught. My head's fucking fried. That's the best Blair in 2026. The Blair is dead, but they just brought it back with that one. Oh my goodness. These boys get the Blair pass. They've done enough to earn the Blair pass with this album. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. They sound like about 15 different bands, but completely unique at the same time. What am I listening to? This is fucking absurd. The whole album flows so well, even though it's like just full of ass beaters. A lovely family-friendly, easy-listening album, for sure. What? I have no words left. I did have a lot of words to begin with, but they're gone. I have nothing. Sometimes the music just speaks for itself. This is bonkers. This is one of those albums that I want everyone to check out right now. Even though I know most people will probably fucking hate it. Like, I want to see Steve check this out, because I know he'll hate it, but it could be one that just grows on him. The Calistao Boys comes to mind with, like, just pure chaos that over time just starts to make a little bit more sense the more you consume it. This is making sense in moments because it's very groovy at times, But in between those moments, it is just absurd in the best way possible. It's very challenging to listen to, which is exactly what I wanted when I came into this video. Like I mentioned, there's a couple of albums that have been floating around at the moment that are popular, but I'm just not really, I'm not that into checking them out. So something like this is a breath of fresh air. The drummer is unbelievable. And the guitarist, the whole fucking squad is popping off. Some of those like overdriven guitars sound mental. This is fucked up, man. I did not expect to fuck with this album so heavily. 29 minutes is perfect for this as well. Stop! I'm gonna start fucking throwing head kicks in here in a minute. What? Where did he come from? Jesus Christ. Holy fuck, they've made it emotional as well. These motherfuckers have smashed it. Chamber, ladies and gentlemen, my first experience with Chamber ever. As far as I'm aware, unless I've like heard something on Twitch before, but this, they've just kicked down the fucking door with this one. This is one of the best albums of the year. It's perfect timing. 29 minutes of this is all I need. I don't need anything more than that. The worst thing they could have done is made this 45 minutes and just like had this moment where they go into like another portion of the album where my ears are already just violated. There's nothing more. Sensory overload. I think they've perfected the timing of this. And each song in and of itself can just be played as an absolute gym ass beater where you just put it on for a minute and you're like, right, I've got my adrenaline kick. That's all I need. But it also flows fantastically. The amount of slick transitions throughout this between each track, but also some of the riff transitions with these panic chords into these like tapping panic notes into just grooves. And the drummer, don't get me started on that motherfucker. With my very limited understanding of the technique and technical aspects of drumming, I don't think I need to know the ins and outs to know that that motherfucker is a freak. There was some ridiculous like accented moments in that, constantly changing the rhythm of the song. It just kept evolving, almost to the point where it got jarring at moments, but that is exactly what I loved about, or what I ended up loving about, the Calistyle Boys album from last year, I Don't Want to See You in Heaven. It stands out. It's a diamond in the rough. There's a lot of albums, and this is exactly what I talked about in the start of the video, where I was just a little bit like fatigued by all of the music that's coming out recently that's like very, I want to say safe to some degree, but that's also not the most fair thing in the world, because the album I mentioned in the intro was like the Don Brocco album, which from what I've heard from the singles, is not a safe album, but it's not necessarily metal. And I think recently I've just been on a very heavy kick And something like this is really challenging from a heavy standpoint. It makes you question if you even like heavy music, because this is fucking heavy and you're like, oh my goodness, this feels like what it must feel like to hear heavy music for the first time again. It's almost that, which is so sick, because obviously you guys know the longer you listen to heavy music, your tolerance for it starts to grow, which means you kind of like need the next thing. And that's why people end up listening to like fucking blackened cock metal. You know, I just made that up. You know what I mean? Like stuff that's very, very heavy. And when you would have first got into heavy music, like for example, when I first started listening to heavy music, something like Meshuggah was like too abrasive for me, or maybe not Meshuggah. I got into Meshuggah quite quickly, but you know, you'd hear stuff that like Knock Loose, for example, or something that's like really abrasively heavy, but in the scene is just like a standard band. Let's say Knock Loose, where they're like mainstream now and it's like very accessible. That shit, for people who don't listen to metal, their heavy music, is the most ridiculously fucking distorted thing in the world. And they're like, why is he screaming like that? That sounds terrible. I'm at the point now, which I completely understood, because people told me this years ago when I first started listening to the likes of Meshuggah, where it's like, oh, I can sleep to this music. And I'm like, you are absurd, sir. How can you sleep to this? It's so abrasive. But now it's like, yeah, I get it. It just, like heaviness becomes a new norm. The norm keeps evolving and shifting over time. And something like this shatters the expectations, and it makes me feel like heavy music hasn't peaked for me, or not even like necessarily heavy, but just like the way the songs progress. Nothing felt familiar about this, but they always landed in somewhat of a familiar location with some of the grooves. That's always very important. And then they just made it really proggy with some of the like emo vocals that come in. It just really, really kept shifting and evolving all the time. None of the songs took the piss in the sense that they were like 8 minutes long of just heavy chugs. Everything just flowed perfectly as an album. Insanely abrasive. Vocals honestly only started to become like they were an afterthought from the majority of the album for me. I didn't really think much of the vocals until the end. They started to become a little bit more prominent, maybe because I adjusted and got used to the instrumentals in a way, as much as you can get used to those instrumentals. But a bonkers album. That was very, very enjoyable. I'm looking forward to hearing that again in a different context when I'm not sitting down. Heart and Gift really stands out to me. I think that might have been the intro that JTKV put on his story. And I think I heard that and I was like, okay, who the fuck are these guys? And then I'd seen someone on the Metal Roundup commenting saying to check this album out. And I'm so glad I did that. Sometimes I'll do that where I'll just see something and I'm like, you know what? I have a gut feeling about this that it'll be really sick. And 90% of the time it just doesn't pay off. You're like, that was like one good moment and I wasted my time with the rest of it. But this was well worth my time. Shout out to the lads in Chamber. This is Goodbye. Now, we have to talk about the Album of the Year conversation. We do have to talk about it. Let me pull up Album of the Year right now, folks. And my gut instinct with this one is to rate this album I'm going to say on first listen, I'm going to give it It's a tricky one. This is a tricky one because it's definitely up there already. I think I'm going to put this on the same level as something like the new Above Below album. Now, they're both trying to achieve completely different things. And the Above Below album has probably gone up a little bit. I gave the Above Below album an 83 when I first heard it. So I'm gonna go with an 83. All right. On first listen, it's obviously very, very abrasive. So it's hard to fully know whether or not this will be something that lands over time. It could well get a lot better. I think it'll get a lot better for me, especially because it's like a nice, compact, easy listen. I say easy listening, but it's 29 minutes. It's short. 83 for me on a first listen. 83. Absolutely 83. There was a bleh in there as well. Some of the riffs, some of the grooves were absolutely ridiculous. I'm going with an 83. I'm kind of curious to see. I'm curious to see what people are saying here. This is Goodbye. I'm going with 83. Let's see what the people are thinking. 77 based on 128 ratings. I'm going 83. I think that was fantastic. Very, very in your face. Very, very distorted. Very, very fucking absurd. I thought that was an incredible piece of work from Chamber. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Leave a like in the video if you did enjoy. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. That's all from me. Appreciate you. See you in the next one. Cheers.